Hello everyone, it's Dragana at Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. No tutorial from me today. There is something that I'm working on, but it's going to take me a little bit more time than I anticipated. So today I wanted to just say a quick hello and show you the latest journal that I completed. This one is going to be in my shop for sale, and I do apologize to all my US fans. I'm still not able to send anything from here to the United States. Hopefully the post office here will work something out soon, but for now I can only send everywhere else, I suppose. Before we look at the journal, I want to show you the latest freebie. This one is going to be in several parts and it is called Nature's Slumber. The first part has 5 pages. Let's take a look at it. To get my freebies, please visit my website. Link is up on the screen and also below the video in the description field. You do not need to register, pay, or install anything. I do not ask for anything in return. If you click on any of the ads by mistake and they ask for payment, subscription, or your details, or to install something, just know it is not me. Do not provide your information. If you wish to share my freebies, I would appreciate if you share the link to my website. Please do not sell or share them in a digital form as a freebie anywhere else. It is okay to use printed version of all my freebies in the journals that you make and sell. And most importantly, have fun with them. It has a real autumn or November feel, doesn't it? Alright, let's take a look at the journal. I will just slide the closure off. Okay, here it is. You've seen the beads in the previous video when we did the diamond binding. Love how it turned out on this one. It's got this lovely fabric and it's a long skinny one. It's 4 inches by 9 inches and the spine is almost 1.5. It's got 3 signatures and it has real specimens here in the cover in these 4 circles. Okay, here's one of the leaf prints and there's a pocket here made from a napkin that was painted with varnish so it remains see-through. And here I've included one of the fabric collages. This one can be glued somewhere in the journal or used somewhere else. Here's some pomegranate dyed papers. That's leaf dye. That too. That's the freebie from last week. Almost all of the pages here in this journal are dyed, apart from just a few that were printables. That's the avocado dyed paper. I think that's different leaves. That's a printable. I'm still working on this one. When I finish it, I will add it to the free download, that one too. This is something different. I usually have layered papers in different widths, lengths and so on. This one has them all the same. Just something different. I didn't really want to make them any narrower than they already are. And I quite like the look. Lots of space to write and journal. Now this is a marbled paper. It is actually a page from a coloring book. So the dragonfly was in the coloring book. So I took the page out and I painted it with a marble technique using acrylic paints. Love how it turned out with all the swirls and the purples and blues. I suppose the dragonfly can be even colored. I remember these floating tabs. Each signature has one of these pages, a longer one. Okay. This is tea dyed. Okay, so this side is more or less the same. That's what we've done earlier this year with onion skins and egg dye. I love that. So the green comes from the egg dye while the brown is from the onion skins. just some scanned specimens. Love dahlias. Love these colors here. Works well with that. Definite autumn feel. Like mid-autumn, I'd say. Where there's still some flowers left, but most of it is just fallen leaves. Remember the tickets we've done earlier in the year? And this is just something I've been playing with. Book pages with napkins that were glued on top. Turn that into like a bookmark. Oh, that's from last year. The fabric decoration. I cut out all these leaves, joined them together with the stitching. So it is like a belly band, but it can be also glued and maybe even some flowers added. That's a page from a coloring book that I dyed with coffee. And I've added this doily here. I stitched that part, so this here also can be used as a little tuck spot. Put that back in. That's one of those hidden paper clips we've done earlier in the year. Little coin charm with the froggy and a little mushroom. Love that. That's that freebie from last week. I really love how that pink paper picks up those pink tones from that image. A really warm feeling. Another page from a coloring book. I think I've just painted with watercolors quickly, so it can be colored in even more at any stage. Love these papers that are meant for writing music notes because they're really thin, and when you dye them, they make this lovely sound. And that's tracing paper, but not the really see-through one. I absolutely love how this turned out. This was a music score, a music sheet that I've painted using marbling technique with acrylic paint. I absolutely love how it turned out, and I've just turned it into a pocket page since it was very long. I just flipped it all up and now it is a pocket. Added that purple lace there, and I've glued this image on top. That's one of those coloring book freebies from earlier this year. I think I've painted these. I'm thinking whether I used ink or watercolors. I can't really remember now, but it all ties in so well with the colors, the purple and the blue and all of that. And that's one of those mason jars. It's got real seeds, petunia seeds. And I've got 3 real specimens here. That's a poppy flower. Look how cute these petals are. When they're fresh, they're red, but once you dry them, they turn this beautiful purpley color. That's from, thinking what tree is that? Might be linden tree. And a leaf here. Not sure what tree that is, but they're very nice specimens, I think. There's more of the same on this side. Another one of the floating tabs. There's just a sticker there and the word love. It's there to hold it in place. I actually quite like the fact that the pages are all the same. That's one of those napkin textured papers with bits and pieces of plants and flowers and the glue that we mixed with coffee, I think. It doesn't have a coffee smell anymore after all this time it actually evaporated. And that's also the freebie from last week, a pocket page. And we have a little tag here. And that there, carnations, are actually fabric. When we printed on fabric, I printed that freebie on silk. I've ironed on some heat and bond, cut it out as a fussy cut, and then I ironed it onto this tag. I really love how it turned out. And that is a printable of marbled paper on the back. Created 2 pockets here, and I've placed some smaller specimens that I cut with scissors, a leaf, a little wildflower, and that is a real dragonfly wing that I found in my backyard. They're really beautiful, I think. We do have a lot of dragonflies. I suppose they are attracted to the fish pond. And sometimes I see them before they turn into a flying insect. They look really weird, almost like Scorpios. First time I saw them, I got scared. I thought, what sort of insect is this? And I looked it up on the internet, and I've seen that it's actually a dragonfly. And there's a rose leaf and that one, purple one. So they're all cut. They can all be turned into cute little charms. Okay, love that. That was one of the leaf dies, I think. I'm experimenting with more autumn leaf dies, trying to use different leaves that I haven't tried before, with mixed results. Oh, that's a scanned watercolor that I've done a few years ago, and I just scanned it and printed it. I really like the colors in it. I thought it was a perfect match for this journal. I think these papers that were dyed with natural dyes are just pretty in their own sense. Wouldn't it be fun to write on all these papers that were dyed with nature? Okay, another floating tab. I love that. That's that freebie from last week. I just love that next to that page. Okay, and this is the end. Put my certificate of authenticity and just made a little tag with my own drawing. I cut it out in the tag shape. I've signed it. Okay, so that is the journal. Just want to show you now what else I've included with it. Just some ephemera. Remember when we made little paper bags? Decorated with a little collage. Then there's one of the paper beads turned into a little dangle. 3 different napkins. And over here, that's one of those envelopes that we created, and one of the easy peasy flowers, and a little booklet of stamped images that we've done recently, and some marble buttons on a card, the smaller ones. Sorry about the glare. And one of those little pouches we've done, and a little collage in here that can be glued somewhere in the journal. It's got paper on the back. Okay, and I've created a little bag, fabric bag for the journal to put it inside with all these extra goodies. As I said, the journal is going to be on my website in the My Shop section, not on Etsy. I will link it down below. So that is it from me today. I hope you enjoy this little flip through. Don't forget your freebies, and I see you soon in the next video. Hopefully it's going to be something really exciting. Bye for now.